But we don't have to
Hello,
like.
Patriots. It's a good thing we haven't been gone for 2 months in between recording sessions, right? And it's only been 5 minutes.
Every single time when we start recording, there's always a different entrance. Like we have the formula down, and you always say something different every single time.
So hello, Ghostbusters. I guess. What would be the Ghost in the Podcast name for our fans?
Okay. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ghostbusters podcast.
No,
This is.
it's the Ghost in the Podcast. But what will our fans be called?
Can we just call them brave young souls for deciding to listen to us? Because I think that's the.
All 50 of them.
Let
I like calling them pioneers. I like calling them abyss dwellers. Perhaps I do like to. Yes.
I like brave souls. Let's stick with that one.
Okay. So
Welcome,
this is.
Reds.
Remember when
Welcome,
this was supposed to be an alternate reality game in the
Let,
beginning?
let Titania do
welcome,
that.
brave souls, to the Ghost in the Podcast with the ghost himself, Eminem, my co-host Alexander the Magnificent, and I, Titania, the even more perfect person. And now we are going to start talking about Dead Alive, the movie. Uh,
Yes.
it's worse than the show.
No,
It's
it's
a
not.
movie of such significance you need to watch it. It's essential viewing experience because it explains how one character's character design changed slightly.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's
Okay,
no.
no, I mean, I know you don't like Dead Alive at all, but like, you have to admit it's worse than the show.
Right off the bat, we have some a little bit of disagreement here, and that's exactly the thing. You hit the nail on the head, Titania. Data Live is already so bad that this can't possibly be worse. But that's not really the entirety of it. The thing about the movie is that it's just Data Live condensed into 40 minutes. Like it's literally just Data Live, everything about Data Live in 40-minute format. So you can't say that it's worse than Data Live because it just is Data Live. It's the same. It's exactly the same.
No, the movie's 1 hour and 3 minutes long.
Okay, then condense into 1 hour and 3 minutes. Like it doesn't feel like 1 hour. It feels like eternity, and simultaneously, it feels like 15 minutes.
I will say season 3 begs to differ because isn't okay. Season 3 is obviously worse than the rest of the show. I don't want to give
Oh,
spoilers away for the.
we are gonna get to season
Like
three.
the second half of it. I like the second half.
I disagree. Anyway, I just
You
think
haven't seen the second half of season 3.
I can talk about the first half. Anyway, there's a
Oh yeah,
problem.
the first half
I
is
don't
pretty
think
bad.
I don't think how okay. How can your bottom floor have be lower in certain aspects? Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know. It's just so crazy for me to. Things can always get worse, Eminem.
I think I have to give you that point because I had some charity left for Data Live, which we're gonna explore a little bit here when talking about the movie. Because there's actually a thing that you guys claimed, and I disagreed with you. We're gonna get to that, but I have to give you that point because I had enough charity to think, okay, Data Live is terrible, but they can't possibly get worse after the whole Miku debacle. They can't. Like, it's impossible that they would do something even worse than that. But then season 3 exists. So I think you're right, things can always get much, much worse. You are correct.
I think that will be the name of our
Speaking of which,
episode.
I think I have a guest star who wants to debate you, Eminem.
Okay, right now, right here, that's not the format.
No, when we talk about season 3.
Okay, gladly. Bring the. I always wanted to do a fucking debate. I always wanted to be a debate bro and like go in on a fucking like I don't know what's the name of the debate channel like like where
You're gonna
Destiny
become
was.
boss, but based.
Yes, I'm gonna become. I'm gonna become Bizarro Dark Mirror version of Vosh, which is to say, I'm gonna become Vosh, but actually good.
We already did a call up video on you know, Calliope would be killing us for tying the channels together, but that would require Calliope to exist.
Yes, Calliope has been living in a limbo. Doesn't matter. Calliope, not a feature of this discussion. Um, I I lost my train of thought. Titania, where were we?
You're talking about how you actually change your mind and you now like data life, except for season 3 and
Yes,
the movie.
exactly. That's it. That's exactly the point. Thank you. The season 3 definitely recontextualized a lot of data life for me, and in that light, when I compare it to season 3, the movie is a fucking masterpiece.
I
You're
Okay, let's
right.
talk
You're
disagree.
about
Okay,
it.
absolutely
okay,
right.
okay. But what about season 1 at least, or in season 2?
Season 1.
I know you have personal stuff about Miku that I disagree with because we have different like. I'm just happy they didn't demonize certain people, but
They
I
did. We had it. Okay, we're not getting back
yeah,
to
we're
that.
not getting to that. Let's just say we disagree on it, but we can agree on other things. Okay, what about the first half of season 2 and season 1?
The first half of season 2 is infinitely forgettable because it just contains Yuzuru and Kaguya, which are some of the least interesting characters in Data Live, which I don't think is a controversial opinion. I certainly know that they have stands on the internet, but like nobody here thinks that they are the best characters in Data Live.
I think they're I think they're more interesting than they first appeared to be. However, I can understand
The
I
problem
can
is they're in the same
understand being your
studio.
least favorite. Uh,
I mean, it's literally worse version of Origami and worse version of Kotori. That's it. That's what they are.
no, I mean, I okay. With origami, I can agree, but Kaguya, to me, is a full-fledged character. And even in the movie, she can like even appear like her characterization goes through, while words origami or Yusuru is lesser.
The thing I'm really disappointed about is that they skipped over the harem talk.
Yes, which is a subject.
Weren't they going to
Yep.
have it later?
No, it happens off screen.
Oh, okay. I thought
We
Alex told
okay,
us that was going to happen. Anyway,
but that's
Oh, yeah.
Alex did this. Okay, but just for context, viewers, a little bit of context here. So at the end of season 2, Miku joins the harem, and the harem is at this point becoming pretty large and just very difficult to manage because we have Toka, who is oblivious, and Toka would be the most malleable of all of them. We have Yoshion, who is a child, so it doesn't really matter that much. Don't take that out of context. Um, we have Yuzuru and Kaguya, but like again, not super important. So, but still, we also have Miku, and at this point, the harem is like a little bit too large and too overencompassing for Shido to convincingly pretend that he is just like needing to go to the bathroom when he has to juggle 3 dates at a time.
I don't
So
know,
at this,
but to be fair, he never did that.
Yes, he
Except,
did.
he
except,
explicitly did that in season 1.
except for Toka and Origami, I guess.
Toka origami, and then he did the same, literally the
Oh
same
yeah,
gag with
with
Nightmare.
Dio's daughter slash
Yes,
Kurumi.
Kurumi.
Yeah.
Yes, Nightmare. Yes, so the same gag happened twice, and like I think they decided that the third time it was just be unmanageable, so they decided to not do the third time the same gag. So we went into the movie and then into season 3 fully expecting that they would at least acknowledge this, that they would at least like make a point of note that yes, all of these women live together now. All of them are dating Shido at the same time. Every single one of them is extremely jealous of the others. That's gonna come up in the movie.
It will be good for like an open relationship and stuff, like, but they don't talk
No, that
about it.
happened in season 3. So the conversation must have happened at some point.
Yes, and that's the thing. The conversation.
It's off screen, and that will have an interesting and
Yes,
also
What
have
if
an cool.
you could have made a whole movie out of it? That'd be really funny.
it's completely glossed over. Like I guess in a sense, in a very metaphorical way, in a metaphysical way almost. That's what the movie was about. Maybe question mark. Because if you think about it, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but if you think about it, the movie was about the fact that all of these girls feel just so much love for Shido, and every single one of them wants to have him for herself, but they can't because he has to be with all of them. So technically, this entire
Keep
movie
in mind,
is
but
an
you didn't finish that sentence right. or else the planet explodes.
Okay, I mean, yes, we've dispensed with that concept a little while ago, but sure, let's pretend that's still the
No,
case.
that's still the case. Like it's very
Or the
explicit.
planet. Okay, or the.
Wait, no,
It's
sorry. Actually, no, the planet doesn't explode. It's just that there will be a lot of nuclear explosions happening constantly in various locations.
It's true. Just Japan explodes. Maybe it is actually for the best. He breaks up with all of them.
I mean,
No, Alex, come on. I'm just saying, there is a difference between nuclear. Wait, are they nuclear? Because that will.
not really.
They destroy entire cities, so they're about equal healed, even though they don't have radiation afterwards.
There's no fallout.
Yeah, radiation and fallout is way worse. Like that. That's
No, they're like imagine a nuclear explosion without any radiation. It's just the explosives.
yeah, because like the fallout of nuclear warfare is way worse. Like oh no, it's not worse than the explosion, but it's bad.
Yes, it is.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
The point is, Shitos shouldn't break up with them because that will create explosions, which are bad. And
Okay, maybe, but still, like
His
at this
entire
point,
city is built inside the, as I know as a book reader, because I read 2 books exactly in the series. His entire city is in the crater of a spatial quake to give you an idea how destructive they can be.
look, but at this point in the narrative, in the meta narrative of Data Live, like going into the movie and from the movie into season 3, we've pretty much fully dispensed with the notion that this is about saving the planet. No, at this point, this is about this harem of women. That's what it is. That's what it was always about. And the plot is finally acknowledging that fact in a very tacit, tepid way by tap dancing around
I
it.
kind of disagree with that because
Yeah, I disagree. I mean, your hate is blinded you. Join the dark side.
no. It's just I just don't understand how can you say that. Like, I mean, Shiro, the reason he knows these people and he then gets on later dates with new people is because they are they would explode the world otherwise.
Not really. Shido does this because Kotori tells him to do it.
Because there will be explosions, and the reason Kotori tells him to do it is to avoid explosions.
At this point, I'm not sure Kotori does it to prevent explosions or just to torture him. I'm genuine. I'm genuine here because Kotori is that kind of a person. Like she does like to bully Shido. She does like to torture Shido. She is also a spirit. So at this point, I really have to question whether this entire plan was concocted because Kotori thought it would be funny to make Shido go on dates with 14 different women at the same time. And that would make sense within the narrative of Data Life.
It doesn't because Kotori is in love with Shido, so she wouldn't really want other girls to be with him.
I agree. She is a very self-destructive person.
Okay, I mean, like, I can agree with you when you're being reasonable.
Eminem, you want to watch High School DxD after this? This is the way you read this. I can't wait.
Okay.
By the way, audience, that's your next show.
No, don't spot. No, shut up. We're keeping this a secret. This is gonna cut. No, actually,
I will censor it. Don't worry. Let's move on.
Yes. Just blur out the thing.
Redacted is our next show. Can you just make that it?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, can you just post redacted whenever I say the next show is?
Sure.
High School DxD.
If you say it, the more you say it, the longer you'll have to wait for this podcast to come out. The movie is bad. I like the date with Kaguya. Let me see. I like the origami gag.
What was the origami? Oh, right, that she was trying to set a trap for Shido.
Yeah.
With all of her bondage skills, she definitely has as the kinkiest
Yeah.
as a character who's all kinks simultaneously.
Yeah. That's about it. I did like the design of the Shira's daughter. That's what
Okay, yeah. We're getting
explain what the fuck we're talking about.
Yes. I was just about to. I was just about to do that. Yeah, thank you.
Everyone, okay. They just watched a Mika concert, which, by the way, is way worse than in the show. The animation is also worse. What?
Oh, you're talking about how you hate her sub voice, right? Because it's the only time you listen to the sub.
Yeah, but like even the song in the sub was better than. But anyway, like her dub voice is better, and I still hate her sub voice also. But never even mind that. The animation's worse. Uh, so all the girls are there, right? And they all want to be with Shiro, but they keep their feelings well up inside. And they all do this so much that a giant sphere that only Shiro can see appears, and also a hidden character that we don't know anything about. But I predicted it was Shiro's daughter, and I guess you did also, Alex, or
Yeah, I screamed it at the screen. I'm like, holy shit! I don't think that's intentional, but that's basically what happened.
yeah, but I did it first. I just want to clarify now, and Eminem didn't, and we are making fun of him for that. He had other
Yes.
theories.
I failed my prediction. Kind of.
What were your predictions, by the way? Do you remember?
I don't honestly remember because I was trying to predict something, but Alex was like laser focused on trying to guide me to predict that exact specific thing that you guys predicted, and so I had no idea that that's what he wants me to predict. So it kind of fell apart. I don't
Yeah.
remember what my prediction was in the end.
We can all agree Eminem still failed, even with all the help Alex gave him.
Yes, absolutely.
Basically told him an it, and he was like, "No, that's dumb. I'm correct."
Anyway,
I was
But-
like, "Hey, Eminem, do you know 2 + 2 = 4?" And Eminem was like, "Fuck you, it equals 5, you buffoon."
While we are here, because I think this is the most important part of this entire discussion that we have about the movie, and that's what I'm harkening back to, which is that you guys were convinced that this is supposed to be Shido's daughter, and I questioned that, and I still question that because she's not Shido's daughter. She is not. She is an amalgamation of all the love that the specific types of love that all of the
all the
spirits.
spirit energy, including Shido's spirit energy.
Yes, including Shido's spirit energy, but mostly it's about the specific love that all of these spirits feel for Shido, and that's why satisfying that love, going on a date, is what allows the sphere
No,
to.
you might be right, but the main
disperse.
problem is I caught up on Redo the Healer, and there's a plot point where they get a magical egg that absorbs all their mirror spirit
Mhm.
energy. And so
Right.
basically he has a child that this entire harem that he's a dick to, obviously.
anyway, all
This
this
is
to
a sequel
say.
to our the beginning of our podcast.
Yeah, anyway, all this to say that well, you could say he's not really his daughter. The point is that the girls and Shiro made this sentient being, so we are
And what's
calling
the
her.
name for when a man and a woman but connect their genetic information and create a new person? What's the name for that?
Clone. That's not a daughter. That's a clone, Alex.
No.
No,
they-
that's when you copy. No, I mean you combine the two.
Well,
Yeah.
but that's okay. That's still it's still called a clone because the analogy you're trying to make is very obtuse because it's not like they made this person consciously. It's more like a scientist scrubbed a little bit of
okay,
your.
okay. So are you saying that just because two people had sex and didn't want a child, that they're not parents?
What are you talking about? No.
Sounds like what you're saying.
Look, in the wake of Roe v. Wade, we're not going to turn this episode into a discussion about abortion.
No, okay, wait. But like the
A
child
spirit
is born,
abortion.
the child is born at this point.
You're an abortion. That's the name of this episode.
There is no abortion here. It's just that
Yes.
the child was born already.
I don't know. Isn't that what he did at the end of the movie?
No, like that.
Is kissing
not.
is kissing his daughter and thus allowing her to die technically a spirit abortion. Discuss.
No,
Yes.
it really isn't, because it's not like the child is already
He
outside.
never
the
got to be
water.
fully formed into her own spirit. He deleted her in the spirit womb.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is that it's not an abortion because that's a child that already exists outside of the womb. So it's
Yes.
not abortion. It's child murder.
She didn't. Yeah, she didn't. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is child murder. But like,
Why don't we do this? Why don't we record more often? We're great.
I know, I agree. She didn't really need like the spirit energy of all
Well, I
the
mean,
other girls.
you know, record often because it's all one recording session.
She was
You know that-
already self sufficient, and you know.
How is she so?
Self-sustained, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, she was self-sustaining.
It's just like an honor killing. Got it. It's your pro.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a completely normal person. She would have been able to live on her own, except that there was a failsafe. Like she existed as a sort of a failsafe, and there is a little bit of a hint during the movie that Rain, the always tired professor lady that hangs out with them, like knows something about it, and that she knew that this was gonna happen, and that but she can't tell people what this is about. But
YouTube comments, shut up.
I
Go on.
disagree with that. I don't think there was any hint of that.
There was definitely hints of, like she literally spells out the name of the girl's angel and walks off mysteriously.
That's just something they know, like already. Like
No,
all the
no,
interviews.
Eminem's correct. Eminem's correct because I know because I finished season 4. Eminem's correct.
Well, I didn't notice that, so I guess Eminem has 1 point against our billion.
Eminem, you're really Eminem. We should re-listen to this video when we watched the end of season 4.
Look, what is 1 point against the infinity of yours, Queen? My 1 point doesn't matter.
Yeah, Eminem, you may have won the battle, but you didn't win the war.
Yes, the war
Which is
has
why you
already.
have to finish season 4 Data Life.
I think I lost the war the moment when I was comatose and then killed and transported into a machine, which happened. So I think that was the point at which
In
I
our
lost the
defense,
war.
Rager, you told us that we had to do it so you would watch Redo the Killer.
And they
And
didn't,
I mean-
and they didn't even pay us. So
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
In
but
hindsight, that was good.
I,
yes.
I am proud of Eminem for not saying that he died the moment he watched Data Life. I am proud of them.
No.
Well, how can you die? Because he's already been dead.
I was already dead at that point. Yes.
There's the question: if we turn Eminem off, is that an abortion?
No.
No, because I am not your child, you weirdo. You didn't.
She's not
you
in a
did
womb.
that. You,
That's
you
just-
did not put you did not put your spirit energy to create me.
I
We have a necromancer. He used other people's spirit's energy.
he's
Like,
a
remember that
necromancer,
random couple? Remember that random couple that was walking past our yard? And
Wait.
they just dropped dead because they took their spirit energy out.
Well, the question is a skeleton that a necromancer brings to life at their baby or not?
I think it entirely depends on the relationship that the necromancer has with the skeletons they reanimate.
I guess we don't really treat you like a child, so I will say no.
I don't want child support. But yeah,
Yeah.
no. I mean,
Anyway, let's get back to real life.
Yes.
So Shito has to go on these 5 dates so he can like destroy this sphere that he doesn't know is also his child. According to
she has to have 5 dates to successfully perform the abortion.
yeah, I like the Kaguya date, and that's basically the only date I liked. I mean, like
That's the date. Wait, wasn't that? Wait, I like the date with the singer. I like that one.
Miku's why?
Miku's date? Why do you like Miku?
Okay, I did like cross-dressing Shito, and like
All
everyone
right,
started to-
when I was watching
Yeah.
when I was watching that with Alex, we skipped that because I absolutely hate everything to do with Shiori.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, but there is a great gag that they see that Shiori appeared again. You know, like Shito in cross-dressing.
Start putting
then-
out the wanted posters like
yeah,
a
because
missing
she
person.
disappears again. And it comes.
Oh
back
yeah,
again.
okay, yeah. Then I remember that the people at the end are like looking for Shiori because she mysteriously disappeared, and they treat her like a missing person,
That's actually
Which-
really funny.
which is extremely funny in hindsight, given what happens in season 3. But we're gonna get to that.
Alright, and okay, did you guys did like any other dates? And I did like that Shiori.
I like the first one. I think she dressed up really nicely.
That's Kaguya.
I did like her design. Yeah, I really did like God's Kaguya design, and that's like the most I can say about this.
Yeah, and
If I went on a date with a girl, which would be weird because I'm not straight, but if I did, I'd be very happy to dress up like that. That'd be like, good fashion. And then I would jump through a window.
I mean,
Can you even-
you are ace, so you can go to a date with anybody, or can't you?
By the way, can you even remind me what happened at the date with Yoshino? Because I genuinely do not remember.
They
What were
went
they
to
doing?
they went to the temple where they first met,
And they played hopscotch.
yeah, that's about it.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I will say one thing. I do like that. I don't remember much of it, but I think that's good because I think that like for a brief second they did not try to turn this into an actual date, and it was more of a relationship between like a big brother and a small sister. Which, you know, in hindsight, knowing what we know from season 3, good choice.
I was about to say you really did turn into Bosch for a second, but you saved it.
I was specifically trying to gauge whether they actually had a real actual date, and Yoshino was trying to treat Shido as a romantic partner, or if it was specifically like, no, they're playing in the playground like brother and sister, because that's what I remembered. But it was entirely possible that I was just like trying to remember something better than what actually happened.
No, that's what happened.
I am still bothered by the fact that I think the only people that have turned Shida on are Yoshinon and Kurumi, and maybe Toka at some point, but I don't remember.
Toka, I genuinely don't remember a single instance of Shido like being actually sexually aroused and
I
attracted
think the
to
only one
Toka.
the only one I can remember is Origami in season 4.
Well, that
No,
we haven't watched that yet, so shut up, Alex.
but even then, Origami. I think Origami definitely. Kotori, I would say probably.
But at the same time, Origami, if she turned on the book, she often propositions him for sex. So it's a bit easier to gauge his reaction there. You know what I mean?
But also, I think Titania makes a very valid point. The point that it is extremely suspicious that Shido has shown the most amount of overt sexual attraction to Yoshinon.
Has
And-
it though,
and
or
Kurumi.
am I just forgetting?
I will say Kurumi also, but like Yoshinon when she was dressing up and like she lost
Yes.
her clothes. That's
Yeah, that was the joke. Yeah.
and that scene, like I could forgive that scene, which I mean it's not that I forgive it, it's just that I don't think about it much. If it wasn't for season 3, which I hate.
Which it recontextualized a lot about that scene, didn't it?
I don't know if it recontextualized. It's just it brings it up again. Like it's not like it makes you think about it more.
Definitely, it definitely makes you think more. It makes you think some
Yeah.
horrible thoughts,
Yeah,
especially about one Keitaro Motonaga, the creator and the villain behind all of this.
Yeah. No. The true villain is Wesker
I
Prescott.
still like the end of season 3.
Well, I haven't watched it yet, so maybe I will like it. But I definitely didn't like the first half. Not gonna lie.
No, look, just a little bit of a tangent, but you said that the villain of the story is Westcott Prescott. That's false. For one, in season 3, there is a demon lord of hell that is the actual villain of the story now. And two, the real villain of the story is the person that directed this shit, which is Motonaga.
I don't know.
The only date the only date that is actually good is the first date and the gag date with Origami, because the whole joke is that Origami hears about the fact that he's going on all of these dates, and her immediate response when she is like in the hospital and she knows that something like evil is afoot is not to investigate, is not to do anything, but to prepare an elaborate trap for Shido.
So she could get laid. It's not fair if she's like the one getting laid.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I remember what happened. Kaguya called her because she needed advice on the date, and Origami, like the
Tried to
amazing
sabotage
person,
it.
tried to sabotage it. Yes, I remember now. I was the best.
Oh, that was a good scene. This was actually good. Perfect.
Origami was so horny that when her fucking Padawan, her pupil, her student, yes, fucking approached her for the advice, instead of like giving her the good advice, she tried to literally sabotage her date, and Kaguya saw through it. It's great. It's amazing.
Kaguya didn't. She just I need to improve it further.
No, Kaguya did see through it. She ended up
didn't.
going.
She didn't. She just wanted to be even better than what her sensei wanted her. Like.
Okay, I thought that she saw through it, and that's why she
No.
decided to not go with Origami's plan.
No, the joke is that she took her advice too seriously. She's like, wait, if Origami said this other thing before, that must mean.
Yeah, like Origami said to go to the sushi place, but I should go to this super sushi place. You know.
Yeah,
Right.
like that.
All right, that did happen. Okay.
And
She took her advice too literally, and that broke Origami's plan. She trusted Origami too much.
I will also say the date itself is kind of boring, so that's why I don't count it. I just like the Origami gag, like at the end and the middle. Like sorry, at the end and the beginning, but in the middle is kind of boring. Also, I know you don't like Miku, but like the Shido gag in like the day itself, I could give or take, right? But like the gag of Shido Shiori and then being missing, and then we see later on that people are actually searching for her. I think that's a good gag.
I'm just gonna say that the amount of pain that I would have to get through to get that gag is not worth it.
Let's move on. Um, yeah, I also the Kotori date, like the Yoshino date. Yes, it's as tasteful as you can get with a date with somebody who is way younger than you, which is not actually having a date, but it's more about their relationship. However, the Kotori date is it's not good. Like I just it's
I mean, I don't have much dating experience. I guess you could argue I went on one date maybe. I hanged out with a girl at a fair once, and then the next day in high school, everyone said we were dating, but we weren't dating.
I'm not
That's
talking
the
about
closest I have to date
I'm not
experience.
talking about that. I'm just saying that Kotori, the way she acted, like she's not actually smart, or like she acted like it's not. I don't even know how to say it. It's she acted because it's
I don't understand your point. She acted exactly the same way when she was like on her first day with Shido in season 1.
yeah.
She gets progressively more stupid the closer she is to Shido.
No, that's not true because she constant like with the real Kotori, she's like a two-faced villain. Like
She is a two-faced villain. That you nailed it. That's gonna be the thumbnail for the video, and it's gonna be Kotori with like the two-face.
okay, let's drop some coins on the floor. Uh,
Okay. Yes.
The law? Here's the only law. The law of averages. The great equalizer. No! What have you done? My coin. Where is it? I can't decide without... Oh no, it's gotta be here! It's gotta... I have to have it!
It's all right now, Harvey. I'm here.
yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all we have to say on the dates. Then there is like a fight scene and like
I see. So I think the real thing we need to talk about is this spirit portion. I think that's the real meat of the
the what?
matter.
The
It's
spirit
just,
abortion, the child murder that happens
You
because
cannot-
because
You
let's
can't
be
call
fair.
it. You
We can
cannot.
talk about 1,000 dates because we have literally 2 more seasons of this to talk about.
It's not abortion when the child is outside the womb.
No, it's just a late trimester.
it's late trimester abortion.
Whatever.
Which I'm all for women being in control of their bodies, so I support this abortion.
They're not in their bodies. Like that's not the point. Like the whole point is that they're inside the body and taking nutrients. Like they're never mind.
Okay, no, I know, no. Okay, just no kayfabe. We're laughing about it and calling it a spirit abortion for jokes. But serious matter now, no, this
It's child
no
murder.
abortion
Let's get it
jokes.
right.
Yes,
It's child
It
murder.
is child murder. It's not an abortion. It doesn't count as an abortion if the child
It's
is
an
outside
honor
the
killing.
womb.
It's an honor killing.
Yeah.
It's a version of the honor killing. The point is that while we were watching this with Alex, I like this is my prediction that I did call out, which is like I'm watching there, sitting there and saying, Alex, he's gonna have to kiss her. He's gonna have to kiss her, and when he does and seals her powers, that's it. That's she's done because that's all there is to it. And as we were watching this, it immediately transpired, and yes, he has to kiss his daughter, which I still disagree that could be construed as his daughter, and then she has to disappear.
Yeah, but before that, like all throughout the movie, we've seen like this other character that me and Alex said it was his daughter, but Eminem disagrees. And then at the end, she reveals herself to be like the spirit angel, like the judgment, and if Shiro was treating the spirits right or wrong, and he passed. However, there was one spirit not even she considered, which was herself. So that means that the giant robot that was supposed to destroy everything if Shiro failed the test to make all the other spirits happy, begins to activate. And even with all the power of all the spirits like transforming, they cannot kill this giant robot. So Shiro has to kiss his daughter, and then that's when the robot gets weak enough that everyone can kill it, especially Toka with her
This
special sword.
this needs to this needs to be mentioned. The finale of this movie does see the return of Dark Toka because
No, it's not.
briefly
It's
there is
not.
a
It's
moment.
not. It's not Dark Toka. It's like Toka awakened. Like
Super Toka, like Super Saiyan Toka.
you can say.
So
You can
yeah,
call
this
it.
is
Yeah.
not Dark Toka. Dark Toka is different. That's explained in season 4, which I know. I
Yeah.
am the botchy media of shitty media.
Yeah, the Vaatividya of trash media. That's a podcast. Anyway, that's when they kill it, and then Shiro is very tired from like just watching his daughter die, and also from all the dates. But the girls still want to have another. I guess marathon of dates will be the best term. And
Yes,
Shiro
they
runs
immediately
away.
just want to continue dating. Yes,
Yeah.
And
and
he's like,
that's the movie.
and he just killed his
Yeah.
daughter, so he's a little. He has a headache.
Yes, which is interesting because I don't think like the other spirits like realized that this is what was happening. I don't think they internalized the fact that she is also like their
They're-
daughter.
Well, you know, why would that? I mean, they stop being horny. They can't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe. But either way, the movie is confused. The movie is
Now, everyone at home, the movie is confused. Also, sorry for interrupting, but AE meant to warn off. So, apologies. Go on.
the movie is confused. The movie is silly. The movie is exactly what you'd expect the Data Live movie to be, which is incredibly disappointing because like after watching Kurumi Star Festival, I had hopes. I knew that those hopes would be dashed, but I had hopes. I thought that okay, this was really good. So maybe there is a little bit of hope. But then the movie is exactly what you'd expect it to be. It's 5 dates crammed into 1 hour of footage with not a lot of funny gags, a lot of repetition, and in the end, it's like a weird attempt at trying to be serious that just falls flat on its face.
I can agree it's not the best movie. I think having 5 more dates could have been good. Like it's just that they didn't do enough with the concept. You know what I mean?
It should have been 6 hours long. And it should be nothing but like
But
infinite.
that would just be season 3.
I just wish that the dates were more interesting. Like the only one I really liked was Kaguya.
I wish what I wish was that like the reveal of Mayuri happened sooner, and instead of it turning into a giant fight with a robot, it was like quickly. I now see the error of my ways. The only way for you to stop the rampage of this thing is if you and me go on a date right now. And like the final 20 minutes of the
They have to
movie
go to
was
date while the city's being destroyed.
that would at least be something. That would be a new character that exists only for the sake of the movie, and we actually get to see a date between them and Shido. And you know what? During that date, we could learn a lot about other characters, about other spirits, what they specifically find interesting in Shido, because we didn't get to see it. Like, think about it. Theoretically, the whole movie
Maybe the spirit could condemn that she doesn't actually like Shiros, but she's supernaturally compelled to like him because of
No,
qualities.
okay, you're already trying to make it dark, and that's not necessary. Like, what I'm saying is that the whole movie was supposed to be about the fact that all of these girls feel incredible love for Shido, and they feel a lot of jealousy towards each other because all of them want to have Shido for themselves, but they all love Shido, and in the end, that's what's important. And the point of it was that all of them love Shido in a different way. All of them expect something different from Shido, but all of them want to be with Shido in a specific way. But we didn't really get to explore that a lot. We didn't really
What is the
understand
real
it.
Shido?
Like,
Yeah, because like Eminem said, like if the robot was destroying the city while they were fighting, and then Shido had to go on a date with her, if the girls were protecting like the date they were having together, that will like it will show that they're willing to like sacrifice like letting Shido be with other people so they can like so letting Shido be with this person so they can have a date, and then like they're even like helping him having this date instead of being jealous about it, and that will like
Yeah.
that will have come things like a nice circle.
That would be really good. That would be like actually showing that these girls actually not only care about what they want from Shido, but they all also care about what Shido wants, which would be great. And again, we could learn what every single specific one of these spirits actually see that is so interesting in Shido. We still don't know that. It's been 3 seasons. The cast is like what 10 characters already, and we still don't know why any single one of these women actually likes Shido beyond the simplistic harem anime. Oh, I just kind of like him secretly.
I
It's
mean,
stupid.
well,
It's mind numbing.
At least Over the Moon for You has the explanation that the main character is hot.
Yeah. I mean, Shiro is that special kind of like personality. Like, he is a catch, I would say, personality wise. And like, uh, I think in the art style of the show, he's also handsome. But
You
like,
have low standards, incredibly low standards.
I just think personality wise, like,
He has a personality of a 13-year-old Japanese boy.
no.
Yes.
No. Have you
He's,
met a 13-year-old boy? They're all terrible.
yeah.
I've talked to them recently. I've had a lot of discussions with them about Bridget, character from Guilty Gear, becoming trans. I've had a lot of discussions with them. Believe me, they're not good people to be around.
Yeah, like, look, it's just, they don't. Girls have
Oh,
incredible.
who the fuck is
You're-
Bridget?
Guilty Gear character. It's about trans stuff. She's trans, and people are mad about it. Anyway,
Yes,
I won't
very
say,
very long story.
I don't
Very
want to
long
say
story.
anything more about it. That's not what the podcast is about. If you disagree with me, you're wrong, and you can tell me in the comments, and I will tell you
Please
you're wrong.
do. Any comments. It's great for the algorithm.
Yeah. Well, don't tell them that. Then might not comment then. Anyway,
You guys always reacting like when I gave away the next show again.
Yeah, you have to learn to play around with the outrage. Like you never tell the man babies to comment and subscribe because that helps the algorithm. You have to tell them to never comment and never say anything because you don't want to listen to their opinion. And then they would be very inclined to tell you their opinion.
exactly. Anyway, what I did want to say was like, wait, what did I want to say? Oh yeah. God damn it, I lost it because of Bridget.
Sorry. Sorry.
No
Which
worries.
is all considering the fact that this has been one long take since Redo the Healer came out.
Yeah. Anyway, we were talking about the girls and how it would make a good movie.
Yes, we were thinking that if they went on a date and if
Yeah, that
they
would make a good movie.
we were talking about Shido being a catch and
Oh
we were
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Okay,
trying.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to explain. Okay, girls have incredibly low standards because every guy is constantly worse. Here's what you need to get a date. You just need to have hygiene and not be antisocial, and that's
Is
literally
this why so many girls have asked me out?
yes. Also, you're handsome.
That is true.
Shido manages to accomplish one of those. I think his hygiene is okay. Is he not antisocial? He seems to be pretty antisocial.
No,
Question. Here's the big question, though. Who's a better catch? From a girl's perspective, me or Shido? This is the real.
No, I have a better question. Who is a better catch, Shido or the protagonist of Redo of a Healer?
Shido.
Without watching Redo of a Healer, I'm gonna say I'm not sure I agree.
That's completely wrong on so many levels. Whatever.
It's not his fault that he's wrong. Completely.
Eminem, you will be
spiritually.
if you just made reasonable arguments, you will be so much more agreeable. Which I guess is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what I mean? But like, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, yeah, like, it's not to say you will guarantee a date, but like, it's just, it is an incredibly low bar that most guys, for some reason, cannot seem to clear.
I
like-
did though.
And also another dating advice: if you want somebody like it's to be long term, if like you don't just have a girlfriend or like a partner, like this is more universal. Like, don't just have a partner to have one. Like, if you want somebody that you can like have a long term relationship with, like a really good like one liner is like, do you like anime? Because for anime watchers, of course. Like, if you don't like anime, of course, don't ask. But like, or like something very niche and like something like, so that way you don't waste each other's thing. Or if you just want to have sex, just be more direct about it and say like, hey, I want to have sex. You look very pretty. Do you want it? And then like,
So only go asking people out in cosplay conventions. Got it.
no, it's just be direct about what you want, and like also if
That was the dating advice corner on Ghost in the Podcast.
yeah.
I think we're almost done.
Oh yes, but Titania, look, guys in the audience. Titania gave you her advice as a girl, and the advice is coming from the perspective of her as a person in that situation. But let me, as a cis man, tell you what actually dating is supposed to be about. And my best dating advice for all of you is: why the fuck are you even thinking about this? Like, stop. Just what is wrong with you?
As an asexual of the group, I think I should also give my advice.
Yes, please.
Here's how you get girls treatment, okay? Be conventionally attractive and don't be straight. You have to be those two things.
Perfect.
I mean, he's not
It's
wrong.
worked for me.
Yeah,
Conventionally attractive and don't be the girls, and that's how you get all the girls.
Perfectly concur with Alex. Number one, don't be straight. You are not gonna get any sex if you're straight.
No, you
For
can't be
men.
bi either. No, you have. Here's the thing: you can't be into girls, and you have to be conventionally attractive. That's how you pick up a lot of girls.
Okay,
No, you can be bisexual. I think that's
I think
No,
you can
the
be
whole
bisexual.
point is you gotta not have any ulterior motives. You can't be interested in sex. That's if girls ask you to have sex.
I understand your point now, but no, I don't think that's. I think that the big takeaway here is that straight men you can't have sex, gay men you can have sex, and all the other colors of the rainbow. But straight, no sex for you. I'm sorry, it's done. Also, you should consider not being white. That also helps.
No,
And-
I'm white and I'm a chicken magnet.
I'm just trying to do the talking points. I'm just trying to enrage all the worst people in the audience.
surprisingly, being white is not a turn off. It's just if you're like if you're weird about being white, it's a turn off.
Unless
Okay.
it's a turn on. I met people that, or if you're weird about being white, just go to the race play community.
That's also true.
Also,
True. Yeah, absolutely true.
here's the other thing. Should I actually give real advice now?
No,
I mean,
sure, whatever.
what are you talking about? That was absolutely real advice, all of it.
If you want to date someone, just go to the kink community for 5 fucking minutes, and you should be able to do it. Subs have no standards. And you
I want to disagree, but you're right.
Me too. Well, I kind of disagree. I think subs have standards. It's not lower or higher standards. It's different standards.
I suppose.
you know how many subs have come on to me and asked me out that I've never talked to before? That's just the introduction.
Yes, I know, I get it, but that doesn't mean they have those standards.
Yeah, I mean, like you are conventionally attractive, and you're also not creepy, so that's
And that's straight. So you clear the conditions. So
Right, a bunch of these people, their only thing is by me calling them dumb online, and then they'll DM me being like, "Hey, will you be my master?"
yeah.
okay. Well, but look, not all of us can have the magical aura that you have around you. So I don't think we can boil that down to a dating advice.
No,
Unfortunately,
I mean I have the same thing, but it's just I don't bring it up that much. But anyway, what we're trying to say, Data Life should have had a more thematic ending in the movie, but they chose not to. They just wanted a big fight. And like
Anyway, I
that's-
think we should all take a bathroom break, and then we'll start talking about season 3. Sound good?
Sure.
no. Okay, but before that bathroom break, just to end on a little bit of a final note here. I think we can say that the movie Data Life, Mayuri's Judgment, is in many ways a sign of things to come. Because in one respect, it was exactly like Data Life. In another respect, it was a little bit disappointing for what it could have been. In a lot of ways, it was not that bad in the sense that it could have been a lot worse. So it was both a sign of things to come and a terrible premonition of the horror that await us in season 3.
I will say that the animation is bad in the movie, but in season 3 it's very good. So uh,
And they do terrible, horrible things with that animation. They've been given too much power, and they didn't stop to think whether they should. They were too preoccupied with only whether they could.
that is also true. Anyway, and this has been Ghost in the Podcast.
I'm the ghost.
No,
No, you're not. I'm the ghost. I'm the ghost. Alex is the ghost.
I'm the podcast.
And I'm Dite.
And I'm the ghost.
Yeah.
Look at me.
No,
Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm the ghost, though.
No, yeah. Oh god, whatever. Let's
We
end
should
the
stop
podcast.
on this ramble. We should stop on this ramble.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, bye.